Hello guys, so I've got a tubeless wheel here that is leaking every night. So basically you lose all of the tire pressure, not all but most of it. If you leave it at say 80 psi, the next day you will see it at 20 psi. So in this video I'll try to fix what's going on with this tubeless system. I tried to run tubes inside, but I started to get a lot of punctures because the tire is a bit worn now, about half of its useful life. So let's start with inspecting the tire as well as the rim itself of what's going on and why it could be leaking. To get started, we will need some basic tools. These tools you might already have or you can easily find for a few bucks. So we've got a floor pump, scissors, a valve core remover tool or a spoke key. I've got some electrical tape to fix the tape if there is a tape issue. I've got some sealant and some tire levers as well as a tubeless valve. As you can see right here, there is no valve at the moment because I removed it. So I'm replacing it with new valves, but you don't need to have them if your existing valve is fine. Alright, to get started, I'm gonna get the tire off the rim first. You can see I already got it removed halfway, so one bead is already unseated and removed. So I'm just gonna pull it off like that. Your tire and rim combination may not allow this. In that case, you can use tire levers. It's off. Now we're going to inspect the tire itself. If you have any big holes, wear marks, big punctures, or tire failure or bead failure, you can check for rims. The bead is fine. Tire seems okay. There is a bit of braking marks here. But other than that, the tire seems in good condition. By the way, these are Pirelli Cinturatos in 28 millimeters. If you're curious, I'm going to leave them aside and see what's going on with the rim. So instantly, we can see there's some goop here on the rim. So sealant dried up here. You can see, pretty gunky. Before we think about retaping, we'll just quickly look at the existing tape, whether it needs retaping or whether we can salvage it somehow. If we go through here, spin the wheel slowly, look at the tape. Generally in all places, it looks to be okay. It's just a bit gunky, that's all. Oh, I think we found a problem. Look at this part here, that the tape has kind of moved away from. If you go back here, it's evenly spread, but if you come up here, there's like only 2 to 3 millimeters of tape on the top side of the bead where the bead sits, so that could cause tape to come off when you de-seat the tire. So what we're going to try to do is, instead of retaping the whole wheel, we're going to apply some electric tape to see if that helps sealing and fixing this issue, because the tape itself has not lost any adhesion. It's just that there's just this bit of gap that we can fill with more tape. Alright, so I've got the rim here. It's a bit gunky. I was thinking of using isopropyl alcohol. I just got some soapy water. I think that should do the job of clearing all the gunk. So I'm just going to spray it freely across the rim and use a microfiber cloth, get all the gunk out so we can stick the electrical tape a bit better. Looks all clean to me, so I'm just going to let it sit for a while to dry out and then I'll be right back. Alright, it has been roughly 5 minutes. I got some electrical tape here. It's not going to be wide enough, I feel like, so I might do 2 rolls of it. So we'll start on the side that's affected the most, and then if required we'll continue on to the other side. I highly recommend that you wrap it up completely. So the best place to start is normally near the valve, so you can cover it twice. But because we're over taping, we want to start where the problem exists. So Alright, we want to poke a hole for the valve now. Right, I might have to heat up a screwdriver or something to poke a hole because I don't want to tear the tape. So I'm just going to do that and be right back. I guess it wasn't necessary after all. I was just poked the valve using the valve core. Be careful not to lose the O-ring. Alright, so I'm getting the tire on now. There we go. It's in. All we need to do now is just inflate it. I'm going to remove the valve core using my trusty spoke wrench to remove the valve core. This will allow us to pump more air, so there's a good chance that the tire will seat properly. Going to connect the pump. The pump is still in Presta mode. Force it to get it on there. And now, time to pump. And there we go. Whew. Blood, sweat, and tears later. Alright guys, so as you can see, after a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, the tire has sealed correctly and it is working as expected. So yeah, if you have a shoddy tape job that has minor defects, you can definitely fix it with some electric tape. And I'm going to put any update that I have on this in the pinned comment down below if you want to check out what happened next. But generally speaking, this should be good to go. Anyway guys, like and subscribe if you want to see more cycling content. I'll see you guys later. Bye.